Hello everyone, Caffeinated Cozy Gamer here. Welcome to the stream and happy Monday. I hope everyone's had a good weekend and a good first day back in school or work, depending on what you do with your days. And now I am off work, responsibility has gone out the window, and I'm here to just play Animal Crossing. So let's dive straight in, shall we? Now, I have played a lot of Animal Crossing this weekend. So some things are going to be different. For those who have been following this latest iteration of the island, this is the last one. We've restarted multiple times over the last few months. This is Narnia that we've started. We're pretty happy with it. And I've started decorating a little bit because 3.0 is coming out on Thursday. That is 3 days away, just 3. And I'm pretty sure that we will not be able to access any of the new content unless we have at least 3 stars on the island. So I've been cracking down a smidge, just a smidge, I promise. Not too much. The island is not going to be completely unrecognizable, but I've done some things. So here is a little area I've made for stargazing. I've put down the campsite when I last streamed last Thursday, I want to say. And I've decorated around it a little bit. So most of the furniture I have found in balloons, actually. A little bit of crafted, a little bit of bought from Nooks. Currently in the campsite, there is an Amiibo exclusive villager, which is Chai, the elephant from the Sanrio collection. So I've been inviting her every day over the last few days, and today she asked to move in. So we have a plot reserved for her. So she's going to be our, I want to say 7th. Let me double check. I think our 7th villager. Wow, I never opened the map yet. Okay. So now we have Rosie. We have Roswell, who needs to go as soon as possible. I want to evict him. He's one of the ugliest villagers I've ever seen. I'm so sorry if he's one of your faves. We have Lyman, who actually asked me today if he could move, and I said yes. So Lyman is going to be going soon. We have Plucky. We have Stella, and we have Wade. So those 2 plots up top, we're going to have Chai in the leftmost one, and the rightmost one is currently vacant and open for another villager hunt, which I am so excited about because look in my pockets. I have 50 Nook Mile tickets. Also, don't mind the house slippers. There's a few things I need to drop off in the house or sell before we get started, just because I want to have as much pocket space as possible. But we have an empty plot and 50 Nook Mile tickets. There are dreamy villages that I really hope we'll be able to find. There are some that would honestly be acceptable, even if we didn't find the dreamies. I'm not too big of a fan of these slippers, so we're just gonna go and sell them. I've also reorganized the house a little bit. I've got more rooms, I've got some more furniture. I'm very happy I had the bootlegs because I actually did not buy them, I think, when they first came out. Sanrio Amiibo for Animal Crossing. So I've got a bunch of Sanrio items that I can now put in the house and on the island. It's going to be so cute. But yeah, we're just selling a couple of bits really quickly at Tom Nook's. Now, last I checked yesterday, the island rating is still 1 star. However, my understanding is that it's going to stay at 1 star no matter what you do if you have fewer than 7 villagers, and then it's going to stay at 2 stars no matter what you do if you have fewer than 8 villagers. So we've got Chai moving in tomorrow, and then I am hoping that we can find ideally one of our dreamies, but I will settle for other villagers that I like, even if they're not the perfect set for the island yet. But yeah, basically we need more villagers if we are to get KK to have a concert here. And I am not above time traveling on this island, okay? I always do a little bit of time traveling in Animal Crossing just at the very beginning. Usually just so I can get things like the museum, the shop set up here. If we manage to find a villager, we're then going to go forward in time to get KK to come here ASAP. There's not going to be any 2 ways about it. We are doing this, hopefully today. Because, yes, without 3 stars, that means we can't access things like Cap'n, which I'm pretty sure is a requirement to have Cap'n to get the hotel that's coming in 3.0. And use the mouse tickets. In the meantime, I'm going to set us up for the first trip of the day. And let's go. So yeah, we can't unlock Cap'n. We can't unlock the commune and the shops at Harvey's Island. There's a bunch of things that we cannot access. So we need to get that sorted ASAP. And yeah, 3 stars is the deal. The current objective. And now, ideally, in terms of villagers, I want Judy. She's one of my favorites, and she's going to be perfect for the island because I'm going to have like a star-themed area, and that is very much not Judy. Excuse me, no. Not only does he have the audacity of not being Judy, he is not one of the other acceptable villagers either. So I am so sorry. You might be the nicest villager ever. I don't know. I've never had you on my island. You shall not be on this island either. Sorry. Very sorry, actually. Not that sorry. So I am just going to steal some of the island's natural resources. And then we're going to go on over to the next one. So we're going to back-to-back island hop until hopefully we can find someone that we want. Now, Judy is the dream. But I would also settle for Sasha, or for Sherb, or for Meringue. We have and actually, I have a list. Let me bring up the list while we travel back and set up the new flight. I spent some time yesterday going over the list of all of the villages available in New Horizons, so I could figure out exactly who was going to be acceptable. So the dreamies at the moment are Ione, Meringue, Sprinkle, Muffy or Quinn, Judy, Sasha, Sherb, Lionel or Julian, and Fang or Dobie. So there's a number of dreamies. There are also many others that I would accept, but those are the absolutely perfect ones that I am planning the themed areas around. So, first ticket was a bust. I would have been honestly shocked if we had found exactly who we wanted on the first ticket. But we have 50, okay? And we probably won't be able to go through all 50 of them today just because of time constraints. I can stream for the next roughly 2 hours. So I would be shocked if we could go through 50 tickets in 2 hours, but we're gonna do our best to get through as many as possible and find someone that we want. Also, if we find one of our dreamies or even one of the acceptable villagers, we are then going to time travel on a day or two. Ooh, Pierce! Oh, Pierce is cute. But actually, no, hang on. Pierce is a sporty villager. We're not actually accepting any sporty villagers because as soon as 3.0 drops, we're going to invite Tallinn. So the new bird villager that's themed around Zelda. So Apollo is cute. Actually, no, hang on. That's not Apollo. That's Pierce. Sorry. Yes, Apollo is the eagle one. I mix them up sometimes. Also, most of my life, I've played Animal Crossing in a different language, and a lot of the villagers are localized with slightly different names. So it's always a bit of a hit and miss, like I'm pretty sure he's called this, and then you realize, oh, actually, no, that's the localized name, that's not correct. Ooh, knight's helmet, nice. So yeah, we're gonna do very quick ins and outs of the island. So we are going to pop on just for long enough to check out who the villager is. We are going to see if there's any bottled recipes on the beach, and we are going to harvest the fruit, if there's any fruit beyond the coconuts on the beach. So I don't know, I think a couple of times I got orange islands. So that's gonna be nice if we get some of those, just to get a little bit of extra money. But yeah, otherwise, as you can see, very quick in and out. We're already on island number 3. Use Nook Mail tickets, please. I kind of wish that using the Nook Mail tickets, if you have one in your pockets, were the first option when you're talking to Orville, when you say you want to fly. Because that way I could literally just mash A and go on and on and on until we're flying, but no, I actually have to move down an option in the second speech window. And I feel like way too many times I actually end up selecting the wrong thing. Okay, who is this? Who is this? this? No. Not the right villager. Oh, goodness, no. Not a dreamy, and also not one of the ones that I would accept on the island. What's his name, out of curiosity? Rory, the lion. And he is another sporty villager, which, sorry, but no. As we said, we're not accepting any sporty villagers on the island, even if we find Roald. Roald is one of my OGs, one of my absolute favorites. He was on my Wild World. I keep calling them islands, they were towns back then. But I had him way back when in like 2006. And I still love him to this day. He has been on my New Horizons island as well. On my original island for a while, years ago. But even if we find Roald, we are not going to ask him to move in. Because we only have so much room for villagers. I really, really had hoped that 3.0 would have allowed us to just up the villager count by a couple to like get to 12. But nope, we're still stuck to 10. I'm assuming they would have announced it. It would have been a pretty big thing, I think, if we were allowed more than 10 villagers now. But yeah, so I've got to be quite selective because I have ideas for themed areas because we're doing a fairy tale island. And also, I want to try and have one of each village, sort of villager personalities on the island. So, our jock is going to be Tullin, who is the Zelda, one of the new 2 Zelda characters, actually, that are coming in just 3 days. I can't believe that the update is so close. For Lazy, ideally we're gonna have either Sasha or Sherb. Cranky, either Fang or Dobie. So either way, Cranky is most likely going to be a wolf, though I would settle for Apollo or Avery, so 2 of the big birds. Smug, I'm thinking either Lionel, Julian, or Colton would all fit. Oh, he is cool, but he is not on the list. Sorry, bud. He does look quite cool, though. It would be pretty awesome to have him in a little Viking-themed area, but honestly, I'm not actually sure I would have the right furniture to execute such a theme. So actually, potentially, yeah, he wouldn't be that great of a fit anyway. But yeah, so where were we? Yeah, Jock, Lazy, Cranky, Smug. Yeah, we said Lionel, Colton, or Julian. I would also settle for Hans, the Yeti-looking gorilla. He's cute, so I wouldn't say no. I can probably do a cute little area for him, at least temporarily. And then he can move out when we find someone else that is more suitable. Snooty, ideally Judy. She's my favorite. She's star-themed. I'm going to be making basically like a little star town area with lots of different villagers around this theme, so she needs to be on the island. Peppy, I'm thinking Sprinkle, so she can go along with Meringue and Chai as normal villagers, so we can make like a little bakery, cafe themed area. I think that would be so cute because they all look like foods, because Meringue looks like a cake. Sprinkle has a bit of a cupcake theme going on her. And then Chai the elephant has a cup of tea on her head. So cute. So I think this would look absolutely adorable as an area design. And so yeah, basically that already takes us to... So hang on. Ione and Judy for the star themed, and either Sasha or Sherb, that's 3. Meringue and Sprinkle and Chai, we're at 6. Then either Muffy or Quinn for like the witch in the woods. We're at 7. Tulin for the jock. And then yeah, 1 Smug, 1 Cranky. So we are at capacity. I also was hoping to get Etoile, which is another one of the Sanrio amiibo. She's the sheep, she's so cute. But I don't think we're gonna be able to have her unless we really can't find someone like... I mean, she can be a replacement. Oh my god, she's so cute! But no, she's not on the list. I'm sorry, she is not on the list. She's Eloise, isn't she? She's cute. I've had her before as a neighbor. She's adorable, but no. We are not going for that one. We're gonna go and find someone else instead, even though she is a sweetie. But at least it bodes well. We're finding some nicer looking villagers this time. Last week, we streamed for almost 2.5 hours, trying to look for some nice villagers to put in the 3 plots that you start with, basically, on the island, and that it was a struggle. It really was a struggle to find those 3, so I am very happy we seem to be finding some more acceptable designs this time already. Go. I guess once we found a few of the dreamies as well, because technically I have most of these villagers that I want to put on the island as amiibo, but I want to do this the hard way, that is also the fun way, which is island hopping to villager hunt on stream. But yeah, I guess we could use, for example, Minoru, the other new Zelda character that's coming later this week, and Etoile, the other Sanrio amiibo. We could use those to fill in empty spots to get us to 10 villagers, and actually kick out people like Roswell the crocodile that really does not fit in the situation. Hey, Asson USA Network Gamer Terrell, Happy New Year to you too, friend. Ooh, you're going to the store after lunch. Nice. Which store? What are you gonna get? Anything fun? And I mean, I'm a bookworm. To me, anything fun includes the bookstore, the video game store, basically anything that involves hobbies. And I guess as an adult, grocery shopping can also be relatively fun. Not when I go on my own. I do not like to go grocery shopping on my own. But going with my husband and making like a list of a bunch of things that we need, and then going for some fun snacks and maybe something to do a movie night, that is always a little bit of fun, which is, to be honest, how I realized that I am now a boring grown-up. There's no two ways about it. But I guess I've hit 30. I'm actually about to hit 31, so I am very much in the right age range to become a boring adult. Oh, Food Lion. I do not know that store, I've got to be honest. Is it like an American shop? I am UK based, so there's a very good chance if that is not something that exists in like my part of Europe, I might have never heard of it. Though I'm gonna be very embarrassed if it is like a UK store and I just have never heard of it. Okay, we wanna fly again. Let's go. Use Nookmal tickets, yes. So we got, she was, oh, I forget her name, the little monkey. She's really cute, but again, not acceptable for our themes. She's not one of the dreamies. We are holding out for someone super duper wooper cute. But I think we're doing well. Oh, grocery shopping. Yeah, nice. Especially if you get a nice treat, like something you like for yourself when grocery shopping. That is always worth the trip. Oh, she's cute. Again, not on the list, but she's cute. Okay, I'm very happy. We're not finding yet the villagers that we want, but at least the variety is decent. One of the big issues we had last week, I guess we were working perhaps off of a limited pool, simply because the first 3 plots that you can find are locked to just, I think, normal, lazy, and peppy villagers, and those are the ones that we were filling in. We kept getting repeats. Like, I've lost count. There's one villager, I think a lazy villager, that came up like 5 or 6 times in the span of, we used maybe 35 Nookmal tickets. So, yes, very much an odd thing. So far, I have lost count. Are we like on the 5th ticket, the 6th ticket? I'm going to have to open my pockets and check. But we're finding some nicer variety, some cuter characters, and also no repeats yet. I think last week we got repeats within the first few. Okay, we did 7 and we haven't found anyone yet. So let's go. We want to fly. Let's do this again. And Nook Mile tickets, please. And thank you, Olville. Thank you, dear. Yep, already time for takeoff, please. I've also reached the point now where I can use the go to work function to use the DLC. But I am waiting to use it, to just do it at all. Because I'm pretty sure we're getting mouse controls for the Switch 2 edition in 3 days. And basically the entire decoration system in the DLC, done with mouse controls, I think it's gonna be so nice. So I'm holding on. Oh, see, I jinxed myself. I said we haven't had any repeats yet. That's the second time we get Eloise. She's cute. Is the game telling me to get her? Probably. But we already actually have an elephant that's moving into the town. Because we have Chai, the Sanrio character, coming in. So, no. Cannot. Sorry. You're cute. You're very cute. But not only would we be doubling up on the normal villager, which is already a personality that we're gonna have several of. Also, I realized I've got 3 recipes to check out. Steel flooring. That does not sound too appealing. Ironwood bed. Yes, that is nice. Bone door plate. And then we had the bamboo flooring. Okay, so I already know the bamboo flooring. That's cool. And I already know the steel flooring. I definitely don't know the ironwood bed. It would be nice to actually get the ironwood cabinet because that is the basis for multiple of the ironwood recipes that are some of my favorites in the game. And I honestly cannot remember because I've been playing New Horizons since the day it actually released in 2020. I can still recall how difficult it was to find the ironwood cabinet recipe, but I genuinely cannot remember if I found it on the beach or if a friend gave it to me like a spare, or even if I found someone online who would be willing to trade, because those were the days when I had just recently joined Reddit and I had discovered the Animal Crossing communities on Reddit, and so I was like, ooh. So I might have actually never been able to find it on my own. And I also possibly never found a duplicate because I did something that's a little bit cheeky. So I still have access to my OG island. So because what I did is I upgraded from Switch to Switch 2 like 7 months ago when the Switch 2 came out. And I transferred my old island to the new Switch 2 because I was going to refurbish, like just clean up and reshell and sort of stuff like that. My old Switch to give to my best friend who wanted to get into gaming. Then, a couple of months ago, my husband also upgraded from Switch 1 to Switch 2. Ooh, apples! Okay, we're gonna spend a little bit longer on this island, so I can harvest all of them. But yeah, so my husband also got a Switch 2, and who's the... Okay, Duck, she is cute, but not on the list, sorry. She does not make the cut. But yeah, so my husband upgraded to Switch 2, and when I asked him what he was going to do with his old Switch 1, if he wanted to sell it or something, he said, nah, you know what, I'm just gonna keep it, just for, like, we keep our old electronics. We still have, I have my PS1 and PS2, he has his Xboxes from when he was a kid, we still have our DSs, so we keep old gaming consoles, even once we don't really play on them anymore. And I asked him, oh, would you mind, because he had basically formatted itself, all his data is now on the new one, if I used it for Animal Crossing so I can get a second island? He was, sure, of course, go ahead. So I did a thing, because I figured I'm not gonna use the old Switch to play Animal Crossing much, because right now I play on Switch 2 a lot. Also, I have some issues with my eyes, and the Switch 2 screen is brighter, is bigger, so I can just see better. So I transferred, using the island transfer tool, my OG island back onto my husband's Switch and made a new island on my Switch too. So it's like, perfect. The console that I play on daily is the one that has my current game file. But I went back onto my old island and stole a bunch of stuff for myself. Because basically that island is like super decorated. I spent like 1,500 hours on it, put so much effort in it. And I have a lot of duplicate recipes, a lot of money. I had like 30 million bells saved in the bank. So it's like, okay, like 500,000 Nook miles, that sort of thing. So I went back to my old island to steal a little bit of money for myself. So I can buy furniture, and as soon as we hit 3 stars, I want to start getting the stalls at Harvey's Island as well. Those cost money. So this way, anything I make directly in the game, that can go to like my house upgrades, so I don't just blitz through that part of the game too fast. And yeah, basically I don't have to worry and massively slow down my house upgrades because I want to buy stuff to decorate the island or make stalls and stuff like that. And yeah, so amongst the things that I stole were my duplicate recipes, because I had a bunch of DIYs, and I had kept basically all of my duplicates, because I figured, maybe I can trade these with a friend, or both of my parents play Animal Crossing, maybe I can trade it with them, or maybe at some point I'm going to start a second file, and I'm going to need them like for my own character. And so, yeah, thankfully I kept them. So I learned all of those recipes that I had in my storage in my old island. But basically I had no duplicate ironwood recipes at all. And I'm starting to wonder, like, did I sell them by mistake? Or did I actually never... Like, are the ironwood recipes so rare that I never found any duplicates on a game file that I played for almost 2,000 hours? So yeah, I am hoping we find another, at least couple of recipes while we do this. I am starting from basically scratch. I had about 24 recipes that I learned from my old character. But yeah, I must have not saved every duplicate recipe, because like there is no way that I had so few. I just got whatever I had in storage, and I strongly suspect I might have given it to... Actually, now that I think about it, I actually had made a second character on the island that had a lot of stuff just to get more storage, because this was before they dropped 2.0 with the storage upgrades and all that stuff. So now that I think about it, I might actually have a lot more recipes stowed away in the storage for the second character. Guys, I know what I am doing tonight after dinner with my gaming time. Because it's pretty cool. My husband is a gamer also, so after dinner, we do just basically parallel play gaming time. Oh, cute, but yeah, no, it's a cat, it's adorable, but they're not coming on the island with us, I'm sorry. They're not the right sort of character. But yeah, so we both work fairly boring office jobs. I work from home, though I'm very lucky. He has to go in the office every day, which... And yeah, after dinner, once, you know, the sort of thing, everything is clean, we've started the dishwasher, there's no more chores to do, I've taken off my makeup, we both had a shower, we're just relaxing. And we just put on a game and play, and sometimes it's together, you know, we'll play, I don't know, Pokemon, Baldur's Gate 3, that sort of thing, where we actually, like, playing the same game together. And sometimes instead we do parallel play, where he'll play his thing, I'll play my thing, and we're just in the same room enjoying each other's company and chatting about our day in the meantime. That's what I'm going to do with the gaming time tonight, I think. I am going to load into the second profile, because I've kept that as well, on my old island, and go rummage through that character's storage, because I am pretty sure that that's where the recipes are, now that I think about it. Because I was sure there's no way I only had like 24 extra recipes after playing for 1,500 hours, 1,600 hours, something like that. But because I had created that second character to get basically an extra house's worth of storage before they did 2.0 with all the massive storage upgrades and stuff, there's probably a treasure trove of duplicate DIY recipes in that second house's storage unit. So I'm gonna go dig tonight. That's gonna be fun. It was the character. Is that Sasha? Yes! Okay, guys, we found Sasha! He's one of the dreamies! Sasha, move in. Please move in. Ah, there's someone on this island. Oh, you're here visiting too? Hey, I'm Sasha. You're Jules from Narnia. Neat. I didn't expect to make a friend here. This island is so cool, Hoppity. Yes, move it, please move in on the island. stay here forever pointing at stuff saying, that's nature. Man, it'd be real neat to live on an island like this. Full time, I mean. Just living life, pointing at nature. Come to the island, Sasha. I can't believe it, guys. He's one of the dreamies. Yes. And how many tickets did it take? It only took 11 tickets. We found freaking Sasha. Oh, I am so happy. I know he is a very popular villager because he was introduced in New Horizons. Like, he is brand new for this newer game. I just love his palette and his house and his style is just so adorable. So, yeah. The moment I saw him, I was like, yeah, I love him. And absurdly, I know, like, Raymond is super popular. I was never that huge a fan of Raymond's. But Sasha and Sherb, oh my god, yes. And we got Sasha. He is literally one of the dreamies for the island. This is so perfect. So now we're going to go back to the island. I'm going to sell some of the spare fruit I've got here because we need money. Yeah, we're ready to go home. So we are going to then time travel forward a couple of days because we've got Lyman moving out. So I don't think... I mean, I might be able to place down another plot as well. I'm gonna look at that first. Actually, no, sorry. It's habit. I just went straight to Orville. I still can't believe we got Sasha. He's so cute. And he and Chai are gonna be neighbors. Adorable. Freaking adorable. Okay, so we got Lyman moving out. So worst case scenario, we can move forward in time 2 days. I would probably just do 1 day at a time just so I can check out what's in the shops really quickly as well. So let's sell all of these. Ooh, these are gonna net me a nice little sum of money. 40,000 or so? 50,000 even. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So let me go speak to Tom Nook and see. Because if I can place another plot of land, I think I would prefer placing another plot of land and just continuing the villager hunt. Also, look guys, I designed a flag a couple of days ago. Actually, a couple of nights ago. I stayed up stupidly late making that design, but I'm so happy with it. I saw something similar with vines that someone had posted, I think on Pinterest. But they had a peach inside, like their island fruit. Instead, I changed the design of the vines, added flowers, and then a big N in the middle of the field for Narnia. Okay, let's talk infrastructure. Sell some land. Okay, we can sell more land. That is fantastic. Sure will. Nice. Oh, after Sasha in 11 tickets, I am on a roll. Like, if we can find Judy also, that would be incredible. And we've got another, like, what, 39 tickets? So, I mean, we could potentially be able to do that. Now, the only thing is I need to make sure I put the house somewhere that is accessible. Because right now, most of my island is still, like, there's only one bridge, there's only one incline. So this is where Sasha is going. This is where Chai is going. Honestly, I think I am just gonna put them here. Because anyway, all the houses will need to be moved soon. Basically, as soon as we have some terraforming tools, we're gonna start breaking everything down and making sure that we've got everyone set up properly, designing areas. So everything is temp placement at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna put them there. They're gonna need to be moved anyway. Nice. Okay. And now we are going to go and island hop some more. So we got Sasha. That means that we've got our sleepy, like slash lazy villager sorted. So we're looking now for Fang or Dobie. Ooh, gift. Okay, she's got a gift for us to use to decorate the town. Please be decent. Okay, a flamingo. I can probably put it in her yard, actually. That's her house. It's also gonna look, I think, quite cute. That's there we go. That a chicken has flamingos. I'm gonna put these here because they're duplicate recipes. I'm still gonna keep hold of the duplicate recipes so I can then trade them online and stuff. But I still can't believe we got Sasha! He is literally one of the dreamies. This is going to be such a lucky run, I can feel it. And we've got another 39 tickets to go. So let's go. Use Nookmal ticket. Okay, so we found Sasha. Amazing, incredible, wonderful. So what are we looking for next? Judy is the dream, because we still don't have a snooty villager, and Judy's my absolute fave. She goes with the theme, so Judy is a must. Then we're looking for either Fang or Dobie. They're both wolves and they're both cranky. We also need a smug villager that fits the theme. So we're looking for Julian the unicorn, Colton the white horse, or Lionel the lion, just because he looks very, very princely. To me, he has vibes like the beast in Beauty and the Beast before he transforms back into a human. So he's a must, absolutely, I think. Or honestly, any of the three would work fantastic as smug. We said the snooty is going to be Judy. And then Sprinkle also, she is the dream happy villager. We're also looking for Meringue, the rhino. She's so adorable, Meringue the rhino, I can't even. She is one of my favorites and she fits the theme. So it's absolute perfection in my opinion. Where is... Guys, is there no villager on this island? Hang on, I'm confused. Is there no villager on this island? Hang on. Hang on a sec. We have placed the plot. Unless we can't have more than 2... No, because we had the 3 plots. And we had 3 villagers moving in. No, guys, I don't think there's a villager on this island. How is that possible, though? Hang on. Am I going mad? But no, there's no campfire either. Maybe we need to move forward a day. Like, maybe unless it's the starter plots, we need some... Like, we can't move more than 2 at a time? Hang on. Let me climb up top, just in case I'm missing it, because I can't see it and it's right at the top. Nope. Okay, there is officially no villager here. So we might need to move forward a day. So let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. I'm going to move over to the next day. That's also gonna be good because I think the next day Lyman is moving out. So that means that there's going to be more villagers to hunt for as well. So we're gonna have technically 2 plots to fill. Although, hang on, let me Google something real quick, guys. Because if I'm... How many days do I have to fill a plot? So hang on. Because I think it's 2 days, but I'm not sure. Let me check. One to 3 days before it's filled. So hang on. Let me load back in. Let me see if maybe it's just a quick bug. Because there's a risk that that plot is going to autofill. And if the plot autofills, we could be in trouble. Because obviously there is no control whatsoever over who gets in that plot. And the last time I had no control over who moves in, Roswell the crocodile came. So, okay, so that's sold. Yeah, to Sasha. Yeah, there is a plot. And it's available and unsold. Okay, so we saved and restarted. Let's see if I go back to the airport now and use another Nook Miles ticket. If we can actually find the villager now. If this second one in a row also has no villager, we are going to have to go forward on day. Because I think that means we can't have more than 2 villagers moving in at the same time. Okay, let's try again. We want to fly. We want to use a Nook Mile ticket. Yep, please and thank you. Time for takeoff. Okay, let's get airborne. Let's go. Got a walker who needs wings. Caffeinating in the meantime because I know it's a Monday. Usually Mondays are fairly easy and straightforward at my job. Today was so busy. Just in terms of how many tasks I got and how much work I actually managed to get done. So, yeah, I am more in need of caffeine than I usually am, which is saying something because I am just a smidge of a caffeine addict myself. But that seems to be pretty much the given when you are iron deficient and have all the related wonderful chronic issues that come with it. So let's see. I do not see campfires. I think, guys, we are going to have to move to the next day. This is 2 tickets in a row, so this is not a mistake. This is very much just the game. So we apparently, I didn't know that, but I guess I've never island hopped quite this aggressively before. We can't have more than 2 villagers moving in at any given point. So if you have 2 that are moving in and you're trying to get someone in a 3rd plot, that doesn't work. So, okay. We are gonna save. Obviously, we've depleted the natural resources of the island because we must. Thank you very much. So, oh, hang on. I think my headphones just turned off. Okay, they've reconnected. They say they've reconnected, but actually I'm not getting anything really off of them. So hang on. Why, oh why are we not working? Come on. They say they're on, and they say they're connected. Try again. Honestly, issues with the headphones were not on my bingo card. Let me see if the stream... Yeah, I definitely have no audio. Okay. Does the stream... Yeah, okay. It still has audio input capture. Weird. Stream still going? Yeah, the stream is still going. It's frozen, weirdly. Hang on. Let me try a thing, because my stream seems frozen. That is very odd indeed. Very, very odd indeed. Guys, if someone is watching and has the chat handy, could you please let me know if you can still see me? Like if the video feed has stopped or not? Because it's frozen on my screen. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm actually still live or not. Okay, so it looks like I might be stuck. So I might have to end and restart the stream. Hang on. I am so sorry, everyone. It looks like my system is frozen. See. It says I have audio, but I still cannot hear anything. Let me turn them off and on again. This all seem to happen at the same time. Trying to figure out what the problem is. Reload YouTube. This is it. I have no idea what this is doing. Is this doing? Bear with me, guys. This is confusing, very confusing. Let me try change screens. Oh, that is weird.